The Toronto Raptors get back to winning ways with a 103-91 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves right before the All-Star break. We're breaking down everything you need to know in today's post-game show. Welcome back to Amateur Clips for another Toronto Raptors post-game show. I am back from vacation. We weren't expecting to miss all these streams. Wi-Fi problems, hotel problems, all the things on vacation. Could not do the streams, but we are back on this channel. We now do a post-game show for every single Raptors game, so make sure you subscribe to Amateur Clips for all those post-game shows, plus a whole lot more. The Raptors had won 8 in a row, then they lost 2 in a row, and today was the last game before the All-Star break. Now, I really did not want to go into the All-Star break on a 3-game losing streak. The psychology of that, just sitting on that for what, 9 days, with the cloud of that 3-game losing streak. I did not want that, but players like Gary Trent Jr. on offense made sure the Raptors got this one done. It was a pretty ugly shooting night for both teams. The Raptors had a really good fourth quarter, which made the difference, again, ending up winning by 12. Good first quarter for the Raptors. Faltered in the second, third was even, but the Raptors, like I said, take over in the fourth quarter when they absolutely needed to. Got some help from the bench, finally started knocking down some threes, and end up getting that win, like I said. So I've been away for 12 days. Haven't really been able to catch the Raptors a ton because I've been in Europe, and the time zone difference, it's just kind of unbearable to really stay up that late all the time. But very impressed for some of the performances today. Don't think it was our cleanest performance, but at the end of the day, the win is the most important thing, and the win is exactly what we get. So let's dive into the stats. Siakam, great stat line. Honestly, you expect even better from him recently. 17 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 7 for 17 from the field. The 6 turnovers is concerning, but pretty good stat line. And the fact that I think he could be even better shows how good he's been lately. Scotty Barnes had 9 points in the first half, none in the second, which kind of sucks. OG still not really finding his rhythm on offense, was a bit better today. Gary Trent, really hot start, faded off, but came alive with some huge shots in the fourth quarter. We're just so accustomed to seeing how well Gary Trent can play in fourth quarter situations. Another 30-point game for him, 10 for 24 from the field. Goes along with 5 rebounds as well. The bench actually giving us some production. Thaddeus Young gives us 10, was a solid player off the bench. Loved what he brought. The first double-digit scoring game of his early Raptors career. Expect a lot more of those. Achua knocked down a big 3 in the fourth quarter. He finishes with 11 points. Boucher, as always, gives us that energy. 10 rebounds for Boucher off the bench. Big performance for the Timberwolves. Karl-Anthony Towns doing his thing, and Jay McDaniels off the bench despite some really poor 3-point shooting. Got it done on the interior. Other than that, I mean, we kept Anthony Edwards to a fucking goose egg in the field goal percentage. 0 for 8 from the field for Anthony Edwards with 6 points. They chucked up threes all night. You're going to see that in the team stats. They took 42 3-pointers, only hit 24% of them. A lot of that's in the Raptors defense. A lot of that is on the Timberwolves just being relatively ass tonight. Raptors don't shoot particularly well from 3 either, but they do a better job of getting to the inside when necessary. The free throw discrepancy was pretty bad. It was even worse at one point. They took 29 free throws. Thankfully, they did not shoot the free throw ball very well. And as a result, the Raptors can capitalize on that. We also cleaned up our turnovers in the second half. 17 to 13 in that category of turnovers. Ultimately, the Timberwolves shoot a lot. They weren't falling. The Raptors did what they needed to do. Again, it wasn't the prettiest performance by any stretch of the imagination. However, it is what we needed to get done in order to win this game. The Raptors, I'm going to take it. Look, we got 9 days off now. We rest up. We'll get Fred VanVleet back from injury. Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent, all these guys getting huge workloads, so many minutes. It's going to be nice. Nice 9 days off. Get their body right. Get themselves back to like 100%. Because, you know, there's a bit of wear and tear of playing so many games, playing 40 minutes a game all the time. And Siakam has not been showing it. But maybe we can get even fresher Siakam coming out of the All-Star break. Excited to see Fred VanVleet. Hopefully he gets to play in his first All-Star game. Hopefully this injury isn't very serious. But hey, this is like the halfway point of the season where you really address what your team is doing so far this season, how your team is doing. And the Raptors are 32-25. You offer me 32-25 the All-Star break at the start of the season, I would have 100% absolutely taken it. The Raptors are exceeding my expectations. I expected them to float around 500. 7 games above it is very impressive for a team that is rebuilding, retooling. They're still winning games in a decent playoff position in a loaded Eastern Conference this season. The future is bright long term, but in the short term, there are exciting things for this team. When we come out of the All-Star break, we got a game against the Hawks, then back-to-back against the Brooklyn Nets, as well as a game against the Pistons. Why am I most worried about the game against the Pistons? But let's get 9 days off. Let's freshen up. Great win by the Raptors tonight. Happy to be back to streaming. We're going to have some streams during the All-Star break as well, so make sure you're following us, twitch.tv/amateursports. But very happy to be back from streaming. Sorry, it was kind of for the people who follow the Clips channel but don't subscribe to the main channel. First of all, what are you doing? Let's help me get to 9,000 subs on the main channel, Amateur Sports. Second of all, you didn't know I was actually going on vacation if you're just watching on the Clips channel. So sorry for that abrupt kind of leave of absence. It wasn't supposed to be a leave of absence. It just kind of happened as a result of the vacation. But I'm back now for the rest of the season. Barring maybe one-off games, I'll be doing a post-game show for every single Raptors game. So make sure you are subscribed to Amateur Clips, and also make sure you're subscribed to Amateur Sports in the meantime for Raptors content more often, 4 times a week. And don't be afraid to give a like on this video to help it reach some new viewers. We'll see you again next time for another post-game show.